Damn.
All right, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Small Member Squad podcast. You'll notice that two of our members are missing, but we have two
They're
people
gone forever. They're never coming back.
in their place. We have Zach.
Wait, I'm in their place? You
No,
already know.
no, I'm just saying that you're
I
here
know.
with me.
I'm always here.
Yeah, you know where our names were like a sandwich. You have me at the top, Zach's the bottom, bread, and then you have your substance in the middle. We also have.
That was a terrible joke.
We have Liz. Hi, Liz.
Hello.
And we have Emily.
I was gonna say.
Hello.
Yeah.
All
they're,
right.
They're homies, so
So
talk shit about them in the comments.
please do. It'd be hilarious.
And what?
Oh yeah, you're right.
Your mom?
Hey, Tom.
Oh,
Tom
shit,
is listening.
God
Tom is
damn.
listening.
Holy shit.
Tom, our number one fan.
Tom is the number one fan. Oh
Yeah, he is. Also, I just realized I need to lower my volume.
God damn it, Austin.
I didn't do any
Such
audio
fucking
tests.
shit.
This is fine. This is fine. It is fine. Don't worry
The
about
episode
it.
gets fucking worse.
Yeah, it's because I switched PCs. Also, I have a
That's
new
true.
PC. I built another PC. But anyway, let's talk about why the other two aren't here. So
Yeah.
Tanner, as we talked about in previous podcasts, Tanner had a baby.
Finally.
He's a little ginger boy. He came out to be like 7 pounds.
Alright. You're getting a
You
little
really
too
telling the
deep.
stats,
Oh,
huh?
I was gonna say, dog,
Oh,
yeah,
speaking of Ian,
What's his
hold on.
fucking
I have a phone
stat?
call.
Wait, dude, we might have to stop
Hey,
this
Ian.
podcast and pick it back up.
Oh, hold on. Let me turn up the volume. Ian, you gonna join us in the podcast?
Please?
Ian, please.
There's a
I'll
few
stop-
minutes.
Oh,
2 minutes?
All right, stop it. Stop the podcast. Stop recording.
Yes!
We're restarting.
Now it's okay. We're gonna no. We're just gonna cut.
No,
And Ian
we're
will be
not
here.
gonna. All right. Hey, thank you guys for fucking.
No, Ian, join now.
Hey, thank you guys for
Ian.
showing up. We'll be back and just a quick cut. Movie magic. Woo! Hey, can we
Tell
read?
us
Wow.
again.
All right. With Ian,
Wait.
you just came back.
What do you mean?
We're back. Because we already did intros for everyone else.
Look, Ian's back.
Ian is here.
Oh my God.
I'm not actually gonna cut out. I'm gonna put that other video in, and
God
I'm
damn
just
it.
gonna cut to it now and say, "Hey, look, Ian's here. He's like the middle slice of bread in a double-decker sandwich." So you
Oh,
have me on as the top, and then you have a
Wait.
little bit of substance,
Austin,
and
does
then
that
you
mean
have
we have to be fucking white bread?
The only time
yeah,
Austin will
the
ever be
best
at top.
bread.
That's
Can I be
bullshit.
whole grain?
Oh, dude,
Oh.
I want to be rye. It's gonna be
Can
a
I be Italian
Stanley
urban?
Rye.
You are not
Oh my
rye.
gosh,
You
it's
are
a
not
diff-
rye. You
it's
are
all-
rice bread.
It's a sandwich
Rice
with
bread.
different types of meat,
Just
or different
bread.
types of meat, different
Just
types of
bread.
bread.
Just bread.
Dude,
Like a shitty
no
sandwich.
joke. For a good 3 months of my sophomore year, all of my contacts, I changed the name to different types of bread.
Different types of
You are an
bread.
icon.
Yeah, no, so like my girlfriend was hot bread, and then my parents were whole wheat, whole grain. I named my my friend from French class Baguette, so the fitting name. I named my
Alright.
oh okay, yeah, it was bad.
That's
All
fucking
right.
hilarious.
Okay, so
Bring up the fucking current
the
topics.
current events. Did you guys hear? Obviously, we've talked about how we live in Wisconsin on the podcast before.
Don't
There are
fucking
people.
dox us.
There are people in Madison protesting this.
Fuck.
This
Absolute
Close.
idiots.
absolute
Oh my
idiots. Like
I
I
was driving
understand that
in
people need to get back to work, but there's
Yeah.
there's something bigger going on than what we can control. So I think
Look,
those people are idiots.
look, this
I-
isn't turning into the fucking political podcast. Let's just get everyone's opinion real quick and
Yeah, and then move on to the next thing.
yeah, this I don't want like people to fucking hate us for like the things we say, but people are fucking idiots. I'm gonna be fucking honest.
I don't want
man.
people to hate
No,
us.
I'm
but
I'm
people
an
are
idiot.
idiots.
I'm an idiot. So yeah, no.
Ian was actually in Madison protesting. about
No,
how
no,
it can't
no,
work.
no, 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 no.
That's why I was
I-
so tired.
I'm essential. I wipe down carts. I'm essential.
I'm also essential. You're
You-
essential Radio Shack employee here. Anyway, another current event that I learned today. Have you guys heard about Kim Jong Un?
Oh yeah,
Okay,
his
all
whole
right.
like
Is there anyone who can
surgery.
say? Oh, okay, all right. That.
So
Yeah.
he was having a heart, not a heart transplant, but some sort of cardiovascular uh surgery, and the doctor operating on him was really scared of fucking up, so he fucked up.
But dude, yeah. You know how shitty it would be to work on fucking like
Old
you.
switcheroo.
Yeah.
So Kim Jong Un could potentially be a vegetable now.
I was gonna say I thought like after the surgery and shit, he's like in a vegetal state.
Yep.
But
Potato
like,
state.
well, Doctor, how is he? He's a potato.
Holy shit.
Look at me. I'm Pickle Kim.
Oh my God, no.
No.
Shut up.
Immediately, I'm going home.
Can we dox
You're already
him?
home though.
No.
I'm in control of the bleeps. I can bleep it out.
I was gonna say he's the one that edits this podcast.
You have no control over me, Emily.
I'll fucking dox you in the comments, bro. It'll be the first thing on the comment you did.
I
Hey,
also
I'm getting
control the comments.
That's also true.
I can blacklist my address from the comments.
Alright. Fucking Christ.
Alright.
But Kim Jong Un's a vegetable now.
Yeah.
Can I get a fucking like text of like just like meme text of Kim Jong Un vegetable like just over the? That's the one thing I want edited in.
Did
You
you guys
mean,
know
like,
that
picture?
if you
Or you
type
mean
in the
text?
message squad
Just
chat
text.
your password, it blurs it out?
Holy shit!
Well-
Really? Hang on. Hang on.
It actually does. It blurs out your password if you type your password on Discord. What's so funny? What do you...
Nothing. Nothing.
Right
Nothing's
under,
funny.
right under the video.
Nothing's funny.
Oh, you mean right
Anyway.
under the video?
They're not gonna be able to see it, so it's
Okay, all right,
Fine.
never mind.
Wait, where is
Never
squad
mind.
chat?
Sorry.
Oh, there's squad chat.
anyway. Hey, did you guys
Oh.
you guys see the whole thing with TF2 and like Steam games
Oh my
about
gosh,
how
I got
they can
so
just
sad. So sad.
you
Okay,
can't
wait.
play-
Someone give like some,
Okay,
you know,
I'll explain the real-
epilogue.
Yeah. So like recently in like TF2, Gmod and CS:GO, there's like I don't know, there was some like developer thing that like allowed them to like get into your account and like sell your fucking items and stuff.
So there was a bunch of source code from the game that, how the game functions that leaked out, that people were able to go through and manipulate the code to be able to access people's Steam accounts when they played the game.
Oh my God.
So it would
Yeah.
say Ian, you and I were playing CS:GO and I knew how to manipulate the code. I would be able to log into your account and sell all of your skins to me for very
Oh
low
my
amounts.
God.
Yeah, money moves.
Emily.
Money moves.
I mean, not wrong.
So if you listen to this podcast and you haven't heard of that yet, do not play Team Fortress 2, CS:GO, or
Gmod.
Gmod.
They're all
Which
linked
the reason
together.
why I'm really sad about that is I really want to play TTT. I love TTT.
I was gonna say, me and Austin have been talking about playing TTD like recently, because we've been streaming Roblox over at twitch.tv SSBM. Come check it out every night. But
At 2 nights.
That's
2
true.
nights.
But yeah, we want to play TFT, but we heard about that, and sad times now.
Yeah, now if I want to play TTT, I have to play it in VR on Pavlov.
Or in Roblox.
But you can only occasionally get it on Piggy.
That's dude, I'm pretty sure there's probably like a TTT game mode or some shit.
Probably it's Roblox. There's a little bit of everything.
You should just always play Piggy. It's so good. There's a new chapter. You need to play it anyway. What's the point? Irrelevant.
It's like you're sponsored by Piggy.
Can we all play
I
IMVU?
wish. No! Fuck IMVU.
Fuck you.
We're not 13.
I mean,
It was a simpler time back then.
What does I mean?
Did you guys know
we're
that
13 at heart.
got coronavirus?
Who
Who
did?
did?
Huh?
Optimus Prime?
Yeah. Look, all I'm saying is that we needed this coronavirus to happen to stop K-pop. It was getting too popular.
Hey, fuck you.
How about Emily's just geeking over there? It wasn't even that funny of a joke. And she's
I have
just
a
over
rap
there
brain. Give me credit.
dying.
Like, you just can't handle the complex comedy.
Thank you, Emily.
God
Thank
forsake the
you.
fucking planet.
Okay, really irrelevant topic, but why are Pixar moms so fucking thick? I'm sorry.
Shut up.
They
Talk about
are.
this?
Why'd
They
you
are.
say it if it was irrelevant?
Can we get top 10 Pixar moms
Like
right now?
who are some Pixar? Is The Incredibles Pixar?
The Incredibles mom?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Nemo's dead mother?
Number one. Number one. Hey, my
Is
man.
Finding Nemo Pixar?
Yeah.
That's
Damn.
so Kurt.
Is it? I thought it was DreamWorks.
I
thought
don't
it was
actually
Disney.
fucking
I
know.
didn't even go
Dude, I'm gonna
Oh
be
my
honest.
God.
I fucking hate like American animated movies.
What?
Cars.
Other than
Alright,
like,
go
other
on.
than like the
Don't
Iron
fit.
Giant.
What? No, Atlantis, Treasure Planet.
Never
Oh
watched
my
it.
God.
Avatar,
You
The
oversell
Last
shit every
Airbender.
aspect of my
Hunchback of
personality.
Notre Dame.
Never
Notre
watched
Dame.
it.
The Hunt so good. That's Disney though.
Ah,
I cannot tell what the Pixar. It's Pixar. It's Pixar.
What?
DreamWorks made Shrek, so let's talk about that.
I think they also made Monsters
Oh,
vs. Aliens.
okay. All right.
They did
So
all make Monster vs.
Oh.
Aliens.
one of my top 3 is
Loser.
definitely Flo from the movie Cars. What do you have at your place, Flo? I have gas.
Mhm.
Lots of gas. Yeah, no, that's
She was
definitely.
doing it. Yeah, she knew what
She-
she was doing.
She was working.
I have never heard anyone talk like sexual about the movie Cars in my life.
That's a lie.
I
And
have.
like
I guess we went to different high schools.
we did, and I'm
You
glad I
fucking-
didn't go.
Who
to,
was
like,
fucking blowing
video.
into their mic?
I
First
told
Sorry.
you this is
question.
like classic
Sorry.
Ian.
Sorry.
This is
I'm gonna blame it on
podcast
I just
Ian.
hear-
Probably me fat breathing.
Jesus
fucking
Christ. Ian's getting roasted more than when I kept
gonna
saying
say,
things.
I thought
Who
it,
the
I thought
fuck
it
is
was
on
Emily.
the-
not gonna
Reporting
lie.
you
I honestly
live.
thought it was Emily.
Ian's live in a wind tunnel today.
Again. It's his
Again,
favorite
yeah.
live spot.
Ian,
Um,
how's your indoor wind tunnel going?
Can y'all stop being funny while I'm trying to drink something, please and thanks? Thank you.
No.
Michael G. Blast.
All right.
So
Yeah.
before we hop into the story of the podcast, let's talk about some more what are yours. So what is everyone's favorite clothing brand? Mine is Adidas.
Adidas.
Are you like a Russian? Like fucking like EDM man?
You know I like my EDM.
That's true. I also like some nice fucking Russian EDM. Let's get tracksuits. Just get Adidas tracksuits.
Yes, oh my god.
What if
Dude,
we
you
got
remember middle
Polo
school?
Ralph Lauren tracksuits?
I do.
Hey, Emily,
When I
fuck
wore
you.
that green sweatshirt every single day.
That green set shirt is a classic. Anyway, what are
Set
your
shirt?
guys' favorite brands? Let's just go down the line. Emily,
Probably H&M.
I don't.
What,
Never heard of them,
what
but-
is H&M?
You've never heard of God.
Yeah, guys, that's kind
damn.
of. Oh my God, you guys
This
walk
man
past
is shopping
H&M every time you go to the
Zach-
East
Well, give
town.
him a fucking break.
Dude,
Bland,
you
bland,
saw
bland.
Zach wears the same
think
pair of sweatpants every day, and I just wear my Radio
they're
Shack
not
clothes.
the same pair.
You
They're
literally
fucking-
would go weeks with the same pair of sweatpants.
Zach,
Don't
you've
even
been wearing
ask
the
right
same
now.
shirt for 3 days straight.
This is a
Since you
different
got it.
fucking shirt.
You're probably
I
still wearing the
fucking
freaking-
hate all of you. Look at it. It's fucking different. Fuck
Oh,
you.
wow.
Pussies.
I can't even look at it. I can't even look at it. I have the
No.
podcast up and fuck up the crop.
I fucking changed it. But anyway, fuck H&M. Never heard of it. Moving on, Ian.
NF
I-
merch.
No. I like wearing your mother.
Ooh.
Fuck.
That's a really popular one.
That's I don't.
apply apply ice to burned area.
Fuck off.
Anyway, Ian, more seriously, what like
Um,
you get $100 to use at
Dude.
any one store. What store are you going to?
Taco Bell.
Discount smokes.
No, I meant, God damn
Ian's
it, I meant clothing store.
Okay. $100
Discount
is
smoke.
not a lot of money.
It's
That's
not.
saying,
It's
it's
enough for a
not.
sweatshirt, and that's
I would
about
buy
it.
all the monster merch I could.
God.
Thank
I'd
you.
You were a monster,
probably-
did you drink, kid?
Gosh, that's not even enough for a
I'm
pair
so
of
fucking
shoes.
stupid now.
God
No.
damn. I'd. God damn it. I'd walk to.
If you say Adidas, it's an easy cop out. They'll call you a Russian and then laugh and then move on.
Oh, damn it. Thank you. That is
The
good advice.
formula.
Ian, where the fuck? Ian, wait. Oh wait.
I'm
Oh
going
my
to say Wilson's Leather.
I've also not heard of that.
I know what that is.
I'm looking away.
I know
Is
what
that another like sex store thing?
What?
No, have
sounds
you ever
like-
heard
it
of
sounds
Wilson's
like-
leather?
It's in the
No.
fucking mall.
Oh
That's
my
because you
gosh.
literally only ever walk into Nike.
That's true. Well, no,
Nike.
he-
No,
oh,
Adidas.
Adidas.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Adidas.
Liz.
Adidas.
Dassler.
Liz, what's your
Huh?
favorite type of brand of clothes?
Polo Ralph Lauren.
That's good
I
stuff.
haven't heard of any of these.
You've
It's-
never heard.
How do you never heard of Polo?
Austin.
Oh, I've
Polo's
heard of
really
Polo.
expensive
I've heard of
stuff.
Polo.
Yeah.
It's
Did
what
you say Polo?
It's what every foreigner likes. Yes,
Yeah.
Polo.
It's
Polo's
Ralph
really
Lauren.
the full name is Polo,
Polo
Ralph Lauren.
Lauren.
Lauren, not
damn.
Lauren.
That's
No.
so
Lauren,
much more.
pardon me.
Anyway, but mine is Misfits merch. Get
Mis-
yours today at Shop Misfits.
You're selling out for someone we don't even have a
I
sponsor
was
for.
gonna say, dude. I accidentally bought one of their sweatshirts recently.
Did you say accidentally or actually?
No, I bought one.
It sounded like you
recently.
said accidentally. I'm not even
I
I
gonna lie.
accidentally
No.
did a bulk order on everything in their store.
I accidentally just bought everything. No, well,
Accidentally rerouted their stock
I did
to my home in the
I did-
semi.
I did buy a sweatshirt and then I did subscribe to their Patreon, so
Let's go.
I'm out there supporting them.
Okay.
What about their OnlyFans?
Can we talk about shrooms now?
All right. I was gonna ask what everyone's favorite ice cream flavor is, but
oh yeah,
fuck
yeah,
it.
no. Ask it.
What are these?
I feel
fucking
like we've
ice
already
word
asked it though.
Icebreakers.
we
Is this like
have.
is this like a shitty Tinder date? Are these the icebreaker questions? Is that
These
what
are
we're
the
doing?
icebreakers before the
this is like-
hardcore story.
Look, this is why we don't have fans. You didn't have to fucking bring it.
We just need to start an OnlyFans. All right.
Dude, let's do it.
Already
Create a
there.
let's create a sexy calendar for all of us.
Oh my God, yes, a sexy. There's four. There's the boys. There's four of them. We each
Yeah.
get 3 months.
Dude, yeah. I call December. I want to be just like butt naked in the snow or something.
Your birthday month.
I get May. Everyone gets their birth month. That's a
All right.
given.
I could fuck with that.
Who wants January where they get to go out in the fucking cold ass? month?
Look, I already have December, man. I can't be the only man.
I know.
Can't take-
I know.
You gotta like spice it up. You can't just take like the same like 3 months in a row. Like you
Oh,
gotta, like,
no,
you
no,
know.
no,
Yeah,
that's
okay,
yeah,
yeah.
obviously.
So
I was
Zach
thinking-
can't have January.
Can I have April, please?
I'll take January, March, and October.
Mm.
Halloween, not Christmas. Halloween.
Halloween.
I was gonna
Halloween.
say he can be a spooky boy.
Exactly.
What month has
Or he
absolutely
could dress up as Oogie
no
Boogie.
what month has no holidays? Because I want that month.
August.
June.
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 Wait.
I'll get June.
August,
Yeah.
and August.
But June comes right after May though.
Oh yeah.
Rip.
So
Anyway.
who gets
I'll take-
Valentine's Day? That's what I'm.
Tanner.
Tanner
Yeah.
gets Valentine's
Tanner's
Day.
red hair matches.
Yeah. Anyway, now we can tell the Shroom story. So Zach, you were the one that obtained the stuff, so you start the story.
Hey, I wanna point out, to any if there's any children listening to the podcast, we don't endorse doing drugs unless you're 18. You know, we don't want to. Also, do some research.
Yeah, look up your
'Cause we
shit before
did
you
not.
take it.
So be a little safe. But
No,
anyway,
I
I
did
got
research.
I got some shrooms for the boys. I was you know, it was a normal day. Went to work, talked to my dealer, got shrooms. Actually, it was a lot more sus because like, so I was supposed to meet up with you guys like way earlier than I ended up meeting you. I think I
Yeah,
met you
we were ready
guys.
at like 9:30.
Yeah, but my dude, he drove down to Madison. We were actually supposed to fucking meet up like back in it's like one of the towns or whatever. Didn't end up happening, so we had to just drive all the fuck over to go pick him up. We pick him up. Uh, you know, they taste fucking awful. I want to point out. Uh, I think the only 3 people that took him was Austin, Ian, and
Whoa,
I, right?
hold,
No,
hold on. I
no,
think we should
I
talk
did
about
not.
more
It
stuff
was
leading up
Austin,
to it.
Tanner.
There
Yeah.
wasn't much leading up to it though.
I mean, we
Um,
went to where did we go? We went to McDonald's and Walmart and shit.
I showed up at Ian's apartment and nobody was there, and I was just awkwardly
Oh,
standing in the park. I was just
Wait.
standing in the fucking parking lot, like, okay.
I didn't
Like,
go to
I
McDonald's and
messaged
stuff
so
with you
many
guys.
people asking, like,
Was
you
we
and
might
Dustin
not
went
have
to
gone to
Taco Bell.
McDonald's.
Oh yeah.
Zach and Dustin went to Taco Bell.
I'm so sorry.
Because I was
No,
trying to message people, trying to figure out what was going on. Like, hey, I'm here, and I'm standing outside, and it's kind of cold, and, you know.
Yeah, what month? It was like.
It was sometime in. It was like around this
Wait,
time actually.
no,
It was
no,
actually
it
around
was.
this.
Oh no, it was the day before my friend's graduation party, so it was like June. I
don't
want to say it
remember
was
that.
June.
I don't remember.
You got Mr.
I want
Elephant
to say it
memory
was
here.
June 20th.
Whatever.
Anyway,
Leaving Emily out of this story, huh?
Dude,
yep.
What the
She's
fuck am
here
I
to
gonna say? I
listen.
wasn't even
You
fucking
ask
there.
us questions if we if
Yeah.
we miss anything out.
It-
You just say, "Hey,
yeah.
what the fuck?"
With the way y'all tell stories, everything is missed out.
Look.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
That's why we need the help. You just
Yeah,
just
that's
say,
right,
"Hey,
yeah,
what
cheers.
do you mean?"
All right, cheers, lads.
But
Yeah.
yeah, we fucking like ate beforehand, I guess.
Yeah, we
picked
ate
up some-
beforehand.
Oh, I should mention. So Liz had brought over like a shit ton of like,
Carnival foods.
yeah, like some lemonade and some other stuff. The
I brought-
lemonade
Is
will
that
be a
where the
key
popcorn
important-
came from?
I
The
brought
kettle
lemonade,
corn,
a
yeah.
huge ass bag of kettle corn, fried Oreos.
Oh
and
my
funnel cakes.
gosh. Okay, I have a funny part of that later on,
I
like
can't
as we're
Yeah.
telling the
story.
story.
I think we all
So-
do.
So
Papers.
we start out by like they all divided like Zach divides it out evenly among 3. We had enough for 4, but then
Teacher.
Ian was like, I'm not
Teacher,
going
I
to
have
do
a
it.
question.
Well, he
Yeah.
had
We
to
had
work the next day.
morning.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Who all took them?
So
Me,
I was gonna get there.
Yeah.
So he split it up
Let's
evenly
fucking get
between
there.
3 people, and then like Tanner, Zach, and I all like grabbed our little bit. They gave me the thing that didn't have any stems, right?
Oh, which is so fucking lucky for you because the stems was the worst. The caps tasted fine.
Are the stems like?
The
rapier
stems
to
is just
you?
like
Are they stronger?
no, it's around the same strength. It's just like they were like pretty broken up when we had gotten them. Like a couple of them were pretty whole, and I just like kind of split it up with like giving Tanner and I the whole ones, and then just giving Austin all the just broken up pieces and shit. And it ended up working out pretty well that it just like split evenly like that.
Yeah, in terms of weight, it split evenly.
And then
Um,
like yeah.
Go ahead.
So
Oh,
it
yeah.
was Ian, Liz,
No.
and Dustin watching.
Yes.
So
Well,
for
And
we
Kirsten.
wanted trip shitters, so we
Shitters.
trip
Sitter.
shitters. So we had originally planned to have Dustin, Liz, and Kirsten trip sitting, but because Ian wasn't taking them, he was also sitting for us. So we're all in the apartment, and we're like, okay, let's do this. Tanner, Zach, and I shove it into our mouths, and like beforehand they were like, hey, you chew it up. It makes it hit
Yeah.
faster.
You have to chew it up like very finely and stuff. That's just how it works. If you
So
have
I sat there and I chewed more than I don't usually chew my food very well. Like I've had a few times where
same.
I've had to drink water because I start like almost choking.
Dude,
So-
same. But I can eat a Big Mac or quarter pounder in like
3 bites.
Yeah.
So
It's a true story.
so we're sitting in it is a true story. Liz could verify.
Fucking nasty. My mom was literally gagging. He like ate it in 3 bites. My mom just looks at him and he's just like mouthful of food, just like slobber, everything. She had to stand up and walk away because she started gagging.
So
Like she was literally crying because she was gagging so much.
that's hilarious. I'm not even gonna pretend it's not.
Nasty.
So we were chewing it for a while, and I just continue to chew until I see them swallow, and I'm like, okay, it's probably good then, and then I swallow, and then like we're all sort of standing there looking at each other. My eyes are darting back and forth between Zach and Tanner, just waiting for something to happen. Dustin says,
I was gonna
"Let
say,
me know when you see the streamers."
Yeah, yeah. Well, I should point out. I told you guys beforehand that it wasn't gonna hit like right away because you have to let it digest.
Yeah, but we
and stuff.
didn't process that. We were just like,
I
okay.
did.
So
I knew what was
we were
happening.
just
'Cause you
looking back
fucking
and
said it
forth.
to me.
We were just looking
Yeah,
back and
I
forth,
wasn't
and
an
then
idiot.
Zach was like, "Hey, it's not gonna hit right away. It's gonna take like 15 minutes to 45 minutes to hit." And we're like, "All right." And Tanner and I stood there for a little bit longer.
Way too quick.
Tanner and I just stood there staring at each other, waiting for it to hit, and then we're just like, "Well, it'll happen when it happens. Let's just go and do some shit." So
Y'all went
Yeah.
outside.
No,
not
me
yet.
and Tanner went outside.
Not yet. So we're like, let's do some shit. So then Tanner and Dustin sat down on the couch and they started watching a movie. Meanwhile, I grab my board game bag and I pull out a game called Bang. Actually, I let me preface this. So I looked at they're like, let's do some shit. So I lock eyes with Kirsten and I go, wanna bang? And she's like,
Ugh.
what?
Yeah, that's such funny comedy. You got the whole squad laughing, bro.
You know when they say women aren't funny? I'm
Well,
sorry to
that's-
break it to you, but I think
no-
this can extend to men for some sections.
No, only me.
Women aren't funny.
So I just go, wanna bang? And she's like, what? And I just go, I start walking over towards the door, and they're like, what the fuck are you, Austin? What the fuck are you talking about? And then I reach down my duffel bag and I pull out a game called Bang. It's a Western game where it's like a social deduction. You try to figure out who is what role, and
Well, I wanted to point out nobody wanted to play this shit.
I kind of
If I
did.
was there and you said that shit, Austin, I would have fucking Mike Tysoned your ear off. On God.
I do it
Say
all
what
the
you-
time to like anyone if they've never heard the game and I want to play Bang, I every single time I go, want to bang. Every single
see what you
time.
did. See why we don't have friends.
See why I'm a virgin. So
True.
we I sit down and I'm trying to explain the rules. Ian is running back and forth trying to get everything all situated. Meanwhile, Kirsten, I think Zach and I are sitting down with these cards, like passing them out. I don't think Liz was trying to play with us, but I was like
No.
trying to explain the rules. Ian just wasn't listening, so I kept trying to get Ian's attention, and then someone else would get distracted. And then after a little bit, I just look over at Tanner, and Tanner is slumped over on the couch, just staring at me. Then I'm looking at him. I lock eyes with him, and then he just starts laughing, and all of a sudden his face like morphs into like you guys know Cartoon Joker?
Also,
How he is
yeah.
you're completely missing something.
Am I? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah,
You guys
you-
went outside and ran.
Me and Tanner ran outside way
I
before
thought that happened. I thought
then
that
Zach,
was.
like,
I
fucking
thought that was
threw up.
after.
No,
that was before it hit.
That's what I was saying, man. You were missing a whole part.
That's
tried
why
to
you
hit
hit
that-
the
okay,
app so
go ahead.
fast.
You tried to fucking start that game. Nobody did it. Nobody wanted to. Me and Tanner thought it was a good idea to like just go outside for whatever reason. They're like, what are they gonna do? Stop us from running away? so,
You stupid shit.
so we just bust.
so
we
funny.
we're like, all right, 3, 2, 1. We fucking just stand up, just bolt through the door, just haul ass down the parking lot. Meanwhile, we're in like an apartment complex. Like they're like, if anyone could have looked out their window and just saw us,
See these fucking crackheads just sprinting
and then
around
like,
the parking lot.
so I had been drinking a good amount. I guess not too much, but I had been drinking. And the shrooms hit me. And running. I'm very unathletic. I threw up right in front of like just right in front of the fucking grass or whatever. Just net. And then the shrooms hit, and that's where shit got real
So,
interesting.
so what happened from my perspective there is I don't remember what I was doing, but I was just sort of standing, and then Zach, like, I just noticed this Liz chasing Zach around the kitchen, and then Zach bolts out the door, and Tanner bolts out the door.
That happened
And
so late to the night.
did it?
Yeah, and let me explain what happened from my perspective, because
Go ahead.
so basically, I had gone outside with somebody to have a smoke, and I was talking to him, and I was like, wait a minute, I have like a glass of lemonade inside. I want that real fucking bad. I walk inside, I see the cup, it's tipped over. I'm like, oh shit, it's probably spilling onto Ian and Kirsten's carpet. So I pick it up. It is completely empty. Like the
Wait,
ice
no,
is
that was
gone.
way later. That was way
And that's
later.
way later.
Oh
That
my
happened
God.
before. That happened before Zach chased me around the kitchen.
Yeah. Okay.
No,
but,
no, you chased Zach around the kitchen.
Yeah, because he had a knife.
No. That was later. That was all later.
Was it? Is my
Oh,
timeline
God.
completely fucked
You
up
guys-
now?
I think the sober person would remember.
No,
No.
it was completely later because we had already been tripping at that point, and
What?
you hadn't even you didn't even know we had the lemons at that point.
No, yeah, obviously. No, I thought
So
you grabbed a knife and then ran down this parking lot, and then that's when you threw up.
He only kept the knife inside.
The
And that
knife was-
happened after.
Yeah, that was
The
way
running.
later, man.
Zach puked when he was running outside, and then we went back inside.
Then the trip happened. All right. Well, the trip started like right around then. From that point on, this is where like shit gets. Is gonna get a little fucky from Austin and I's perspective. Um, like
Well,
from what I
Questions, just ask me, bro.
from what I remember, like so as soon as it like just hit, we were watching Pineapple Express or whatever, just chilling, watching that, and then we found the fucking lemonade, and I was just fucking downing that. And then
So-
I think what? Go on.
I was gonna mention when you guys ran outside, I wanted to see what you guys were doing, so I went to go and put my shoes on, and it took me like 8 minutes to put my shoes on. And I walk outside, and Dustin is standing at the corner smoking. Liz is standing next to him, just chatting with him, and I just walk up and lean against the door, and I'm feeling it already. And I was like, "What are they doing?" And Liz was like, "Oh, they ran across the parking lot." And then she's like, I was like, "Oh," and she was like, "So Austin, how you doing?" And I was like, "I'm high as fuck."
Yeah.
I wanna
That was
I wanna point out, like, so when Austin also pissed outside like 3 different times.
Oh
that's
my
later
God,
on.
yeah.
That's later on. We'll get to that.
But you could have just used the bathroom, motherfucker.
I couldn't. The door was locked.
Dude,
this
Ian
is-
got so
Who
pissed
was
at-
in the bathroom?
No
The
one.
cats. I'm
The
pretty
cats
sure
did
the
not
cats
lock
locked
the
the
bathroom.
door.
There's
I
no
know.
way the cats could have locked the bathroom.
That's what I'm saying.
It had to have been either Austin or Tanner who locked the bathroom door, then walked out and left it locked, and then Ian
Well,
had to
I know it
get
was
up
not
because
me.
Ian had gone to bed already, and then he had to get up to freaking come unlock the doors for you idiots.
Look, I just
Poor
So-
man was just trying to sleep.
felt so bad for Ian.
So,
No.
so
What's that laugh, man?
that's my laugh. That's my genuine laugh. When I actually laugh, that's what it sounds like.
That is amazing. Oh my god.
So, watching Pineapple Express, which I've never seen before, and I to this day have not seen it sober. That's the only time I've ever seen it.
Dude's on shrooms as well.
Yeah. I swear to God, at one point I see like they're in this apartment talking with each other, and then like some dude gets executed, and they're watching through through the window, and then they're back in the apartment, and it seems
No,
like
no,
they're
no,
in a
what-
part.
What happens is one of them's a drug dealer, the other one is the dude who's just buying weed from him. He witnesses a murder, and then and then that's where the movie starts. They're just weed dudes.
So, anyway, this is from my perspective while on shrooms. So, a bunch of shit that I can't remember happened, and the next thing I know, they're in a barn. The barn is on fire, and this dude like falls on top of the hood of a truck that's on fire, and he like starts burning, and his face melts off. And then I was like, man, this movie's fucked, and I stopped watching it.
I think
That's-
at that point, is when we fucking busted into the lemonade.
Yeah, it
Because,
was.
dude, all right. So the thing about the lemonade. Now, this is a controversial topic from some people. Look, if someone leaves lemonade there, like in it, all the other stuff was good to grab. You would think the lemonade was good, right? Hmm.
I didn't leave it on the counter. I left it next to the couch so I could go back to it.
Look, I just thought I just yoinked it.
Because I wanted to have a non-alcoholic beverage that I could drink. So I didn't want to drink anything like any alcoholics. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna bring this giant ass lemonade. It's gonna be so good. And then fucking you fuckers.
It
So,
was just me.
Awesome.
It was literally just me. I drank it.
I had no lemonade.
But then we grabbed. There was like whole or like half a lemon in there, or like two
Nice.
halves of a lemon, so like a full lemon, I guess.
missed the whole like mirror thing.
I wasn't. I didn't go into the bathroom.
You
till
told
I was the one who
later.
was
Tanner-
obsessed with the mirror.
Tanner was.
Tanner was the one
Yeah,
that did it.
Dustin told him to try looking at himself in the mirror, and he was obsessed with that. He kept on going into
Yeah,
the bathroom just looking
Dustin
at
told
himself.
told Tanner to go into the bathroom and look at himself in the mirror. So he did, and then he comes out and he's like, "Dude, this shit's wicked." And Zach's like, "Yeah." And then he's like, "Austin, come check this out." So then I go into the bathroom with him, and we're standing next to each other, looking at ourselves in the mirror, and he's like tripping out, and I'm sort of like, "Whatever. It's just me in a mirror, whatever." And I like I don't look at Tanner directly, but I like look at Tanner's reflection, and he's staring me down in the reflection, and and he turns back into like cartoon Joker with the pointy chin and shit. And then and then he started laughing because he noticed I started staring at him, and I started laughing. We just couldn't stop.
I want to point out that the lemon smelled so fucking good.
Well,
Liz tried to take the
so-
fucking lemons away from me.
so
That shit was my life.
so we're Zach, Tanner, and I are chilling on the couch. Liz and Dustin are outside. Dustin's smoking. I don't know if Liz is or not, but so we're just chilling
Dustin
on the
has been
couch.
smoking this entire time.
Pretty much, yeah.
Dustin did not stop smoking
He was-
once.
We
He just
we
chain
just kept
smoked
we
an
just
entire
kept going
pack.
out. We just kept going outside and just like
Fucking chain smoking.
yeah. We're like, damn, we should
Edward
probably get back
cigarette
inside.
hands.
He just always had a cigarette in the hand.
That's why I went back inside. I was like, damn, I want my lemonade. Plus, we should probably check on them. We shouldn't be leaving them alone because I think Ian and Kirsten both went to bed.
Yeah, Ian. No, so Ian and Kirsten were in Ian's room cuddling with the cats with the lights off.
Dude, Ian.
At one point, me and Tanner were in Kirsten's room with her, and she had like this like painting of a cow on her wall, and Tanner was just obsessed with it. He was just staring at it. He was like, damn,
Wish I
that
got to
shit's
see that.
cool.
So I don't know when that happened.
I wasn't there for that.
Um,
I might have been just like, oh, dude, I remember fucking hiding in a fucking in Ian's like, so I remember at one point I hid in Ian's washer and dryer. Like there was a little like.
oh wait,
folding
that's
door in
hold
front
on,
of it.
We got more stuff before that. So, fuck, we were sitting on the couch, and I just look over at Zach, and he's just chewing away at some fucking lemons. I'm like, what the fuck? Whatever, you do him. And then I went back to watching Pineapple Express, and then Zach goes, "Yo, bros." We look over. What's up? You gotta check this. He holds up a lemon, and we're like, it's a lemon. He's like, yeah, dude, you guys gotta check this out. He hands the lemon to me. No, he hands it to Tanner, and Tanner smells it. And he's like, this is a fucking lemon. I'm like, hold on, I gotta try this. Grab it from Tanner.
This is a fucking lemon.
I smell it like, this is a fucking lemon.
Dude, I can't describe it other than that it just smelled like sex. Just so fucking amazing. It just
Is that what sex is like?
No. Not at all. But
Is
it
it
was
better
like
or worse?
worse. The
Ah,
lemon
fuck.
is the high point.
Guess I don't
The
need
lemon,
it.
the lemon was amazing.
So, so Tanner's smelling one lemon, and I look over at Zach. I keep like waiting for Tanner to stop smelling it so I can take it back and smell it. And I look over at Zach, and he has another half of a lemon he's smelling. I'm like, I'm left out here. I have no lemon. And I'm like, where the fuck did you get another lemon? And he just points down at his feet. So I bend over, and there's an empty cup laying on the ground. He's like, I was like, what? And he's like, it's Liz's lemonade. Shh, don't tell her. And he kicks it under the couch. and, then, and then Liz comes in, and we have 2 halves of a lemon. We're just smelling it, and she's like, hey, where's my lemonade? And I'm just sitting there trying not to laugh. And I look over at Zach, and he's like looking over at me like that. You guys know that monkey meme where he's like looking over like, just like that.
You calling me a monkey? What the fuck,
No,
man?
no. You know the meme that I'm talking about, where it's like he
No.
looks over at the camera and then he looks straight, like
No.
trying.
Oh, so like the puppet?
Yeah, the puppet monkey.
Yes. No idea.
So, God damn it.
Thank you. Thank you.
So he looks over at me like that, and then he's like trying not to laugh, and then we both just look straight, and Liz is like drilling us. She's like, "Where the fuck is my lemonade?
That's when
Where
I found
is
the
it?"
cup, and I was like,
And she notices. She's like, "What the fuck is this?" And she like bends over and grabs. She's like, "Did you fucking drink all my lemonade?" And Zach just starts laughing, and because of that, I start laughing, and Tanner starts laughing, and then she starts like, I don't remember what happened.
I noticed that the not even just like the lemonade was gone, the ice was gone, and then I realized the 2 halves of the lemon was gone, and I was like, yo, where the fuck are the lemons?
The ice
And
had
then
melted.
nobody wanted to say anything to me. You guys were all just looking at me like with like these shit-eating grins, and I'm like, where the fuck are the lemons?
The lemons were the best part.
They were so good.
They smelled
And then and then I
good.
saw that you guys had the lemons, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you
It's at that
fucking-
point she realized we had the lemons, which means
The
we
lemon-
drank the
the lem-
lemonade.
The
And I was
lemons
like,
were
why
ours.
did you? I was like, why would you do this? They were like, it was so good. We had to. It was so good. Oh,
You tried to take the lemons from me at one point. I had a
eventually,
body.
later on.
Yeah, it
later
was
on.
no. Was it later on?
It wasn't.
It was like
too
a, it was like a little. It was like a little bit later on.
I was gonna say it wasn't too much further from this.
So
All I remember is like Tanner was like cuddling with Ian or something.
no, okay. So Tanner, no. So what happened is, I think Liz started chasing Zach around because she wanted to throw the lemon away, and Zach wanted to keep his fucking lemon. So they were like chasing each other around.
I was trying to take it because he was eating it. He was eating the lemon peel.
The
And I was like,
lemon
"Hey, you
Delicious.
can't do that."
There was nothing wrong with it.
So
It's a
eventually
fucking
he's in.
lemon.
So he eventually he goes into Ian's room where they're just kind of like sitting and talking, and I see he has lemon, so I make it like I'm going over to like hug him, and he wraps his arms around me, and then I take the lemons and I book it. I book it into the room. He screams the lemons. I walk back out. I make eye contact with Austin, who's just sitting on the ground with his headphones in, and I like
No,
look
no,
at
no,
him.
no,
and
no,
I,
no,
like,
no, 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 no. It didn't happen that way. Because I know before, like
remember.
after you guys chase Zach, or like you chase Zach around the kitchen. Zach went off somewhere. You went off somewhere. That might have been. No, it wasn't.
It happened
Tanner goes.
after going out of Ian's room.
So
Okay,
Chase
no.
me.
Can I just recap what I just heard?
yeah.
Mhm.
No, Liz, it wasn't like that. And then Austin proceeds to not know what the fuck just happened.
Exactly, I know.
He doesn't. I was gonna say
I
he
know.
doesn't even know.
Can you just let me tell it the way that
I know
remember
Zach.
it
I
the
know
correct
Zach was
way?
not there, and I still had a lemon. Tanner still had his lemon, and I was just chilling on the couch with Tanner.
No, the point with me and Zach, I had both the lemons. Nobody else had lemon. I had both the halves of the lemon.
And that was later on then. 'Cause there's this other part where Tanner, he goes, it was me sitting on the couch with Tanner. Tanner goes, here, can you hold this for me? So he hands me his half of the lemon, and then Dustin comes back in, and he's like, where is everyone? And I was like, I don't know, they're somewhere over there. And They walk down, or he's like whatever, and he walks over and he sits next to me, and I'm just sitting there holding this lemon. What seems like 15 minutes go by, and I look over at Dustin and I go, I still have Tanner's lemon. And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah. And I turn back and
All right.
then
I-
another like what seemed to be like half an hour passed, probably really only like 5 minutes. I look over at Dustin. I'm like, I still have Tanner's lemon. He's like, yeah. And I was like, I'm gonna go find Tanner and give him his lemon back. And this is when I venture over into Ian's room and I find Ian and Kirsten cuddling on Ian's bed with, I think it was Henry, maybe Bullet. I don't know.
They weren't
The
cuddling.
lights
They
are
were
on.
literally just sitting on the bed.
No, they were like laying
cat.
on top of each other.
No, they weren't.
Ian.
What?
Ian.
Ian.
Oh my fucking god, he's
Just
fucking
muted
dead.
himself. He just muted. Ian.
Oh my god. Holy shit.
See, this is why it's fine for Emily not to say anything. It's because Ian does literally the same thing.
No. Oh my god.
Bro.
Alright.
Oh man.
Oh my
So
fucking god.
Ian, man. So anyway, they were like on the bed or whatever. The lights were off. I couldn't really see, but I know I like walk over to Ian's bed and I like just feel for something on the bed, and I feel Ian's leg. Or I didn't know it was Ian's leg. I'm like, this is whose leg is this? And Ian's like, oh, that's mine. Hello there. And I like work my way up the leg, and I'm like, Tanner, where are you, Tanner? Tanner, and he's like, I'm right here. I'm like, Tanner, hold out your arm. Let me see your hand. He holds out his hand. And he's like, okay. And I put the lemon in his hand, and he goes, oh, it's my lemon. He immediately starts smelling it. And I go, okay, mission complete. And I walk back out and sit on the couch and just sort of chill there. I don't know. I can't remember what was going on, but I know Dustin went back outside to smoke. So it was just me sitting on the couch by myself. And I think a little bit later.
Imagine Dustin with a cigarette in his mouth at every point in this story.
Basically.
Then I'm sitting there for a little bit and I go, I need to go to the bathroom. I get up, I walk to the bathroom, go to the bathroom, come back out. Tanner is sitting on the couch, Zach is sitting on the couch, then I sit on the couch with them. It's just the three of us sitting on the couch. I have no idea where Liz is or anyone else, just the three of us chilling
Pretty sure
on the
it's up with
couch.
Justin again.
It wouldn't surprise me. But we're just chilling on the couch, and then Zach just goes, hey, hold on, I have to get to the other side. I have to get to the left side. I'm like, hey, bros, what's up? You gotta check this out. And I'm like, what the fuck do you want now? He holds out a pair of headphones. Let me tell you, that changed the rest of the night for me. Hands me, I
know what I'm talking about, man.
So, put on the headphones, some fucking music is playing, and it is the most amazing shit ever. But I only get to...
I was playing some drum and bass, which...
It's right up my alley. It's the music that I love, EDM.
It's good stuff.
Drum bass. Anyway, I'm like, man, that's pretty good, but I don't want to hog it. So I go, Tanner, you gotta check this out. Tanner puts it on. He listens. He's like, that's pretty dope. So then I hand the headset back to Zach. I'm like, wait, I have some Samsung Galaxy Buds, which I can just stick in my ears and have one in and hear what's going on around me. So I put one of those in and listen to music, just sort of watching Pineapple Express, not really knowing what's going on in the movie. And then when no one says anything for a period of time, and also I didn't put on my liked play. I just opened up This Is Marshmallow and hit play.
It's a fucking dumb thing.
So then I noticed my phone is only at like 20%. So I pull out my phone charger, which is not actually for a phone, it's for my Apple laptop, which uses the same charger. So I plug it in, I leave it on the counter, and I'm just like, well, they're not really saying anything, so I'm just going to listen to my own music. So I put my other earbud in, and I'm just sort of chilling on the couch. And then I moved to the floor because I wanted my Mountain Dew, but I didn't want to move too much. So I just sort of laid down on my belly and stretched out across the floor to get to my drink and drink it that way. And then for most of the rest of the night, I was just sort of chilling with my earbuds in. What was going on when I was just sort of chilling on the floor listening to my music?
I think that's when I fucking went into Ian's room when everyone else was in there. So I was trying to figure out where I was just like trying to figure out what the fuck was happening.
That's when
Nice one.
that's around the time when I took the lemons because you were curled up on the floor when I came out of Ian's room with the lemons.
True.
Okay, that explains why I didn't
So-
see you take the other
So
half
let
of the
me
lemon.
go on.
See, that was later on though, like from earlier on when we were explaining the story.
Okay, yes. But now that we're back to it, let me just take over the explaining.
Go
Okay.
ahead.
So pretty much I like weaseled the lemons away from Zach because by like using like the whole like, oh, I just want to hug you. Then I ripped the lemons out of his hand. I took off. He like screamed. I ran out into the into like the living room. I made eye contact with you. I don't know if you remembered, Austin. I made eye contact with you. I like did like the whole like putting my finger in my mouth like shush. Um and then like I dropped down and like went behind the kitchen counter and was just hiding there, and like Zach was running around. I crawl around, and then eventually he sees me and he just like screams. Um so I like, I like freaked out. Then he like fucking body checked me into like I was like literally on my knees, like trying to keep the lemons away. All of a sudden he just like fucking full on body checked me into the ground. I was convinced that he had like freaking broken my shoulder.
I used to be a
'Cause
hockey player for 16 years, and I played
yeah,
lacrosse for 2.
it hurts so bad. So I'm just like lying on the kitchen ground in
Look,
pain, and Zach just got.
from
I
my
was like,
per-
why?
from my perspective, the lemon was my life. The lemon was giving me the source of life that I needed. And you took the one thing that was giving me the life away from me.
And it
I
almost
needed it.
cost me my fucking shoulder. Anyway, so yeah, he just like, oh god, it hurts so bad. Like, remembering it now, I'm just remembering just like the pain and defeat I felt, and just betrayal. And just, but yeah, I don't
So
know what ended up happening. I don't know if he got. I don't know what he like. I guess he got the lemons back, and then eventually he forgot about them, and I threw them away.
I did forget about that.
He forgot
at
about
some
them, so I
point.
took that as my opportunity, and I threw them away because he didn't need them. It was nasty.
I'll be back in just 1 second. I have to change the battery in my headset.
But yeah, essentially that was like majority of the shit that happened. Other than that, like I think Austin really just laid on the ground. We watched
That one fucking
Fear
movie
and
that was
Loathing in
so
Las
long.
Vegas, 2-hour long movie.
It
Fear
felt
and
like it
Loathing
was
in
going
Las
on for like
Vegas.
4 hours, and that was the last thing we did, and then everyone either passed out or went home.
Well, everyone went home because you can't usually pass out after shrooms.
Well,
Justin was the
okay.
only one that
passed out.
stayed there.
All right.
Justin
So
like passed out.
So I didn't realize that Zach was chasing you. I just realized, like, I was sitting there with my eyes closed listening to music. It was like the old iTunes music visualizer, other than it was all in my head, and I was like in the visualizer. So I was just chilling,
Oh my god.
and all of a sudden I just hear just. I'm like, what the fuck? And I open my eyes, and Liz is like charging down the hall at me, and she, and she's like waving her arms around and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? And I pull my earbud out, and I swear to God, I heard her say, "Oh, it's just some earbuds." I thought that you had a piece of popcorn in your ear. I was like,
I thought you had something stuck in your ear, so I was like really confused. I was like, what are you doing? And you wouldn't tell me what, and like so I was like trying to figure it out, but I didn't want to like scare you or bug you, so I was like, okay, I can't like say anything because I don't want him to freak out on me.
So no, I was just listening to music with my Galaxy Buds, which are white, which look just like a piece of popcorn.
Yeah, so I was like, does this motherfucker really put
Also,
kettle corn in his
Austin's
fucking
cock.
ear?
What?
Huh?
What did you say?
We've all shown each other our cock.
Yeah,
That was at one of the parties.
yeah, multiple parties.
Can we talk
Um,
about how
Well,
Dude.
we still have a little bit more for the
Dude. All
story.
right, you want to know what happened? Because we essentially told everything that was like kind of lit.
Well,
Yeah,
Other
after that we
I
just watched that.
didn't
We just kind of
explain
sat and
how.
chilled.
So at one point while I was laying on the ground just listening to music, I was like, man, I really need to pee. So I get up and I walk over to the bathroom and the bathroom door is locked. I'm like, oh, okay, someone's in there. I guess I'll just wait. So I go back down, I lay down on the floor for like another song, and I am like, man, I really need to fucking pee. So then I get up and I go to the bathroom. It's still locked. So I'm like, I really need to fucking pee, but there's no other bathrooms. Guess I'll just go outside. So then I like walk over to the door. I put my I no, I didn't even put my shoes on. I just walked out onto the thing and I walked around the corner to the bush and I just peed in a bush. And then I walked back inside and I laid back down on the ground and they're like, "What the fuck did you do?" I was like, "Oh, I was just going to the bathroom." And they're like, "Why didn't you use the bathroom?" I was like, "It's locked." So then I lay back down on the floor and I'm listening to music again. I need to pee again. So then I get up and I go to the bathroom and it's locked still. I'm like, what the fuck? So I go out to the living room. I take both of my earbuds out. I'm like, hey guys, the bathroom door is locked. And they're like, oh, someone's probably in there. I'm like, it's been locked for quite a while. And they're like, no, someone's probably just in there. So then I'm like, okay, whatever. I'll just wait. And I put my earbuds back in and I listen to music for a little bit longer. And I get up and I go to the bathroom. It's still locked. So then I'm like, well, I guess I'll go outside again. So I walk outside again and I start peeing in the bush. And then the door opens behind me. And I turn my head around and it's Dustin. And then he just looks at me. He's like, all right. He turns back around. And before like, as he's closing the door, I hear, oh, he's just peeing. So I get done peeing and I walk back into the door. And everyone's like, what the hell were you doing out there? I'm like, I was peeing. And they're like, why didn't you just go to the bathroom? And I was like, because the door is locked. I told you this. And it's like, is it? No, it's not actually locked. Everyone's right here. So then you guys go and check the door, and it's locked. And at one point, like, I listen, I go back down, listen to music, and I have to go to the bathroom again. So I get up and I go to the bathroom. The door is still locked. So then I go out to the living room. I'm like, guys, the bathroom door is still locked. So then they're like, what the fuck? So then they go and get Ian, and I'm just laying on the ground, and I just hear stomping, and I see Ian in the kitchen. He grabs the butter knife. He's like, you guys can't fucking do anything. He walks over, he unlocks the door, and then goes back, puts the kitchen knife back, and then goes back into his room. And I'm like, hey, I can go to the bathroom now. I
He
go
was
into
in
the
bed. We
bathroom.
woke him up while he was in bed.
It was probably like 1 a.m. at this point. So yeah, he was in bed. Justifiably, he was pissed. So I'm going to the. I was like, oh, well, I can go to the bathroom now. So then I go in. I'm peeing in the toilet, and all of a sudden I hear in the background, right behind me, just a thud. I'm like, what the fuck? And I turn around, and there's cats in the bathtub. It scared the fuck out of me.
That's rough, man.
And that was about it. Other than
Yeah.
I went back. And they started watching a different movie. I don't remember what movie.
So you're
But I didn't.
living in Las Vegas.
I didn't really have any interest in it. I wanted to watch Doctor Strange.
Nobody had
Um,
any interest in the movie.
I
It was
did.
Zach's
So-
idea.
Tanner liked it. Tanner
So
told me he watched it again after.
I went back into like it's actually so the area that I was laying in is supposed to be like a dining area, but they don't have a kitchen table, so it was just sort of open. That was my spot for the night. I went back to laying down there and I they turned off all the lights and I started getting Mr. Depresso. And I remember I wrote a note to myself on my phone and I to this day I go back and I occasionally read it, I'm like, man, I'm a fucking loser. And then I just like whatever, I'm not gonna delete this. This is funny. And
What was the note? If you don't mind sharing.
I'll skim over
You
it
don't
quick.
have to.
I'll skim over it quick because I legitimately don't remember what's on it at this point in time. But I'll
Yeah,
skim
if you don't
over
want
it.
to, you don't have to. I'm just curious.
Let's see. Was it this one?
Maybe.
I don't. I can't.
I've never written a note on my phone once.
See, I have the pen, so I do it actually quite a bit. Oh, so this has to go somewhat with a story that we'll tell on a later podcast. It has to do with that friend that none of us are friends with anymore. We'd actually beat the shit out of if we saw him now. I wrote down, have you had a friend that you just click with? I did. Now I don't fit in. That's the note that I wrote. I just
Do be
felt
like
like
that.
I just felt like I wasn't fitting in at that point because I was like laying off in the corner by myself.
I don't know, man. Like, you're a homie,
Yeah.
but everyone does their own shit, dude.
It was
Cool.
like the drunk depresso moment, you
It's
know?
alright.
Sad
Yeah.
boy hours.
Sure, we had many parties where we would just be outside in my front yard or in the backyard, just talking, being sad boys.
I like the
Shit was so lit.
backyard sad boys more, to be honest.
Dude, that shit was so much fun. Though,
Yeah.
there used to be people that just fucked up my smoke circles.
Yep.
Emily and Nick.
That shit used to piss me off, man.
I realize now that it was shitty, but it was. I got no explanation for my actions. I am sorry.
No, it's all good, dude. It's funny as
It was
fuck.
it was funny because me and Nick would just look at each other and realize that like no one else was paying attention. It was just like,
No, I was always paying attention. I was just like, you know what? I'm not even smoking. I don't care.
Yeah, I was of the same
Emily's
mindset. I was like,
Emily's
I'm
my
not
queen,
smoking.
or-
I'll just whatever.
our one brain cell linked together for one thing and said, what if we had a rotation but it was just me and Nick? And I was like, yeah, that sounds like a plan. Put that in. And we did
Jesus.
until Nick like held us at not Zach held us at gunpoint and we're like,
Dude.
Yeah.
Also, we're gonna have these two do acid, so
Nope.
we'll have them back
Oh,
on
yeah.
another time.
No.
That.
She's talking about you and me.
oh, cheers. What's up?
I'm not.
Cheers.
Yep.
What's up?
Don't
I'm
worry,
not.
Oh, fuck.
don't worry, it's good.
I'm not.
Anyway,
Straight up not.
thanks.
Oh, yeah. We've hit an hour. Do we want to wrap it
Yeah.
up or talk a little bit longer?
Yeah.
All right. So I have a few closing notes. As you've if you watch the podcast on a weekly basis, you've known we didn't go up with an episode last week. We decided
yeah.
we're going to change the upload schedule. Instead of it being every single week, it'll be every other week. It just gives us more time to come up with topics as well as.
Dude,
Yeah, go
sorry
ahead.
to the diehard fans that were expecting it every
Tom.
week.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
Tom.
Tom.
But it's, dude,
Rip Emily for barely talking this round.
we're so fucking
I mean,
boring. Like,
at
we've
least she
already
was
talked
here the
about
whole
majority
time.
of our stories.
Yeah, that's why.
I
That's
wasn't
another reason
there.
why we decided to split it up into 2-week things.
Yeah, it gives us more time to like give you guys content and shit, and just stuff
We
to
need it.
talk about.
I wish this quarantine wasn't, on. We'd be able to actually do some stupid shit.
I mean, we would have all been able to do that acid that I got.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
do some stupid shit. Speaking, I'll talk to you after we record this. But further close every 2 weeks, we'll try to get a podcast out.
We will
Check
get
in
a
the
podcast
description for any social media accounts.
Oh yeah. If you guys want to link anything, just type it in the squad chat. We'll put it in the
All right.
comments or whatever, or in the description. But thank you guys for checking out the Small Member Squad podcast. Appreciate it. Make sure to give that, a nice like maybe, or
Hit that comment.
maybe
That comment. If you
Oh, yeah,
comment,
yeah.
we'll feature it in the next video.
every time you comment, my dick grows an inch. Please.
That's not true.
I have a micro penis.
Um,
See ya, fuckers!
bye.
Bye.
Bye.